Yo, what's happening, people? United Central here, back with another Real Talk podcast. I'm with my broski, flawless in the building. What you saying, bro? You good?
Yeah, man, I'm good, man. Big up for having me each and every time. And yeah, man, I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? And that I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm,
that clip of you from Francis' show yesterday, and it is doing good
brother,
numbers still.
it's a bit of a madness. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's how bad the game was, man. You know what I'm saying? We were just talking about next gal and that, and just whole load of
Yo,
madness, bro. Whole load of madness.
whole load of madness because it's a match
Mm,
reaction and there was nothing to react to in it. So, we gotta go elsewhere in it. You know what I'm saying? So when moments like that happen in it and you say breast instead of best, in it,
trust
it
me,
happens
bro.
from it. And then you're like, what happened? Yo, what did I
Mm.
say? You know what I'm saying?
It's a Mazzalina, bro. It's a Mazzalina, man. I'm not gonna lie
Every
to you, man.
time.
But yeah, man. Listen, the day after, man. The day after, bro. You know what I'm saying? By the way, Musa will be here arriving soon. You get me? He's just on
Yes,
his way
people.
right now. He just texted me right now saying he's on his way. But you know, what I mean, the day after, man. How's the feeling,
Mm.
bro? You get me? It's a bit of a. For me, I don't know, man. I feel like I've seen wild shit on Twitter. You get me? Like it's just like fan base is like they're going at each other, talking about standards, and we're talking about how Ollie's done on this amazing record and stick by him, and then you got the Ollie in fans, and yo man, it's chaos, mate. Chaos at United, mate.
It is chaos from top to bottom. It's chaos in the club and surrounding the club as well. The fans are big up Ryan each and every time. Yeah,
Come
also,
on, big
yeah, the
up.
fans, like you said, are in chaos because Ollie in versus Ollie out is it's the longest run. It's the longest running feud. You know what I'm saying? And that it is the longest running feud, and until this manager goes, it will continue. This is like Wenger in, Wenger out. Until he leaves, it's going to be like this. One thing I do want to say though about yesterday, and I said this on the match reaction, and I just said it on Man United on Sarcasm City as well, is after a poor result and a poor performance, that's the worst defense I've seen of Ollie. Like I seen people who are Ollie in talking about if this continues,
Trust me.
I'll turn to Ollie out. There was no defense of him. When Ollie out's trending, when I go on my timeline, it's always 50-50 in terms of people saying slating him and saying he's not good enough, and then people backing him and saying we need to trust the post process.
Mm,
It's Woodward's fault, it's Glazer's fault, etc., etc. So, but
mm.
yesterday I didn't see that. I did not see that. The defense of him was minimal. It was very,
Is
very
that is that is that a
minimal.
big sign that now? Is that a big
It's a
sign now?
massive sign, man. It's turning.
Massive. Two
It's
years we've been
turning.
here on the, when you're down the harbour and that you're down the sea and that you've been waiting for the man them to come. We've been down the harbour for so long, bro.
We've been here, you get what I'm saying?
And these man just
Castaway
came
and
over
that.
to the beach and that. They came over to the beach.
That's it.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
like I said, it's slowly but surely it is turning, and people are starting to figure, and people are starting to see the light. You know what I'm saying? Even in Rancy's show yesterday in the comments, people have been like, right, you lot were right. You hear me? Rancy was spot on type of thing. People are seeing the light because you can't defend it. And you know why you can't defend it? Because the two usual scapegoats didn't play yesterday. There was no Pogba, there's no Martial. You know what I'm saying? Yo, big, that's big for you, that
Yeah,
fam.
yeah,
That's what I'm
big
saying.
man. Big up all the love, man. Every time, bro. Listen, I
Yeah.
appreciate the love, man. I appreciate the love.
That's what it is, fam. Like usually when we lose or draw or have a poor result or poor performance, is Martial and Pogba. More so Martial this season, but there was no Martial yesterday. There was no
Uh,
Pogba. So people are starting to see the light. Because if
uh,
Martial's playing in that game and he has a poor performance up front, it's Martial's not good
it's
enough. We need a proper number
and
9.
yeah, that's the focus where it's gonna be on. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Cavani, bro. After that touch he had, yeah. What did the brother do? And I'm a big
But
fan of Cavani. I like Cavani
um,
because for me, I've always wanted him when he was at PSG, Napoli. I've always been a big fan.
yeah.
But when I said to you when he was coming here, I didn't want him to be the be and all of my United. I didn't want him to be the kind of player where he was like the forefront of mine. You look at Zlatan, Igalo, and now
Mm.
Cavani. It's a crazy trend, when you look at it. We're relying on no, but it's true, man. We're
Go on.
relying on people that we should never ever be relying on.
Yeah, it's
But
not a
that's what
question
the
of,
manager's created. That's what the kind of feeling that Old Trafford has created.
yeah,
Regardless of man, that's a feeling that's been created right now.
Mm. And I get what you're saying to an extent with that in terms of it is. Well, even Cavani yesterday, what did we create from? We had one
Yeah.
shot on target. I can't blame Cavani for yesterday. What service did he
No.
have? The same way against Greenwood was our 9 against Chelsea. What did we create for him? Martial's been our 9. for the majority of the season. What has been created for him? Like I'm saying, these are three talented number 9s. They're all quality. I rate Greenwood. I rate Martial. I rate, big up Umar. I rate Cavani. But if you're getting no service, what are you supposed to do? Simple as that. And we seen it yesterday with Cavani. I can't criticize Cavani's performance yesterday. What chance did he miss?
Yeah.
What did he miss? Go on.
Same Biassi is probably think, that's right, mate. If Zaha would play, imagine what that game, that chance that was it who did have that chance at the end? The left back. Banano had that chance, mate. Yo, listen, brother. That would have been different, You know what it is for me, yeah?
Go on, family.
While we suffer watching football, all he's just trying to dread. You know what it is, man? I'll be real now, He's just trying to stay in the job right now. It's survival mode, but he's gone into like some kind of weird survival mode where he's thinking, man, not gonna get peace for a while, How can I drag this on, Just make sure I don't lose. He's thinking, what separated me from Van Gaal and from Mourinho is these man lost a lot of games, bro. I can hold back and say, you know what? 1 defeat in how many games, something like that. You know what I'm saying to you? He's got that kind of inkling, and you know what? For as long as that's happening right now, the Glazers, man, you know what I'm saying? Just see the light, man. You know what I'm saying? To see that light and just say, you know what?
I get exactly what you said.
You're gonna do. Let me see. You know what I'm trying to say to you?
I get
so
exactly
for all he's got, he's still got that 1 defeat in how many games? 40 games or something like that. Crazy like that.
Yeah, I know his record is good in terms of undefeated, but at the end of the day,
another one, all gonna survive him, but that might have to be the new one. That might have to be the new one.
That's the one, yo.
That might have to be the new one, Deco, Ollie gonna survive him. You know what I'm saying?
Gonna survive. Yeah. That's good. That's
it wouldn't
good.
be real. It wouldn't be the real talk without Belay Visual Super Chat.
Here we go.
Let's see if there's any Rashford in
He's
there.
the ODL, man, the Ollie Defense League.
Yeah, Ollie Defense League, man. You get me? Hugo Said, your real talk. Stop directing everything, Ollie, and look at the bigger picture. Team's not good enough. Just Rant said yesterday. Also, Rashford is dead. It's about numbers. Listen, I knew Rashford's about numbers. Everyone knows that. Nobody. Listen, I'm the one that created the Rashford debate. You know that.
Yeah,
that
was you? I watched that fan coming from.
I'm the pioneer of that shit, bro.
The pioneer. Put some respect on his name,
when
man.
I called it
Pioneer.
out, I was the first person to call out Rashford out, mate. And I said, this guy, And listen, don't get me wrong, you get me. I went in too hard, didn't it?
Yeah, you went too far with the whole championship.
I went too far, didn't you get me, with the championship and all that. But I just thought, for me, up front, the guy wasn't good enough. And for me, when I looked at him, the guy was thinking that he's Ronaldo and that. You get me? The way he's trying to take all these touches and all that. This is where I feel. So for me, Billy Visuals, on the end, quote unquote, I just feel for me, Rashford, I know what I'm getting with it. It's stat-based. It's not good football. It's not kind of it's not easy on the eye, but not my kind of winger. I like the likes of Neymar and them kind of players where they're good to watch. You know, like Eze yesterday, even though he's not a winger, he's a 10. Eze is a kind of player where I love them kind of players that glide away from the pitch. You know what I'm saying to you?
Yeah, you prefer players who are better on the eye. You know, like I said, he's not saying that's just a preference thing. I fully get what you're saying.
And the thing about Ollie, you know,
I'll let you go, fam, and I'm gonna respond to this. Go on.
I like this kind of argument because for me, when I look at and then when some people say bigger picture, nobody has an answer for the bigger picture. Nobody. Nobody. So what I'm going to do right now is focus on what's present right now. And that is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Like it or not, mate. Like it or not. Yesterday's defeat wasn't on the Glazers. It's an easy.
It felt like a defeat. We drew, but it felt like a defeat.
Yeah, it felt like a defeat.
What you said. It felt like a defeat.
But you know what I'm trying to say to you, though? It's not
I fully
about,
get what you're saying.
I get the bigger picture, but nobody on this, space, nobody on Twitter, nobody on United fans has a real plan for the Glazers, mate. Nobody, man. Hashtag Glazers out won't work, mate. It won't work.
Here's the thing, though. All things can be true. So you can be Ollie out and think Ollie's not good enough, which is the case. You can be Woodward out because you think Woodward's not good enough, and you can be Glazers out. You can be all three. I'm all three. It's not all directed at Ollie, but yesterday has to be directed at Ollie because that's not on the Glazers and Woodward.
Listen.
The fact that we haven't created any clear-cut chances in our last 3 games is not on Woodward. Is not on the Glazers. That's a manager and a coaching and a player thing. So let's direct that at the managers. Let's direct that at the manager. Let's direct that at the coaches, and let's direct that at the players. You know what I'm saying? Why does he get off scot-free? This is what I don't like. When is he going to be held accountable? Because when we're playing well, it's the players, it's the managers, etc. But when we're playing badly, all of a sudden the manager's not accountable. It's the board and it's the owners. Like, no, you can't have it both ways. And here's the thing: even if we changed our board and we got a great board in, had great owners, etc., I still don't think this man is good enough. Look at the way we had one shot on target yesterday, which was a deflected Man United shot. We don't create. I've been saying this time and time
we
again.
Had a 10 minute spell. We had a 10-minute spell where we thought, you know what? That here we go now. Here we go now. You know what I'm trying to say to you? Apart from that, bro, we didn't have nothing. Zayn Miasa here says, Saeed, United always had great strikers. Rashford and Martial are bench players. They won't even play up front for Arsenal. They are Everton quality. I don't know, mate. I don't know. They were getting the Arsenal team, mate. They were getting the Arsenal team, man.
Definitely getting ahead of Lacazette and Aubameyang.
Come on, man. Lacazette, mate. You know what I mean? Aubameyang will probably get there on his goals and merits and whatnot. But yeah, nah. That's a bit of a crazy one. I'm not gonna lie.
If these men if these men were that good, then Arsenal wouldn't be 10th. But yeah, go on, family.
Yeah, man. Just to say, man, learn 200 people right here, man. Make sure you big up the likes, man. Get the likes up, people. You know what I mean? Let's try and get 200 likes, bro. You get me? Big up to everybody who's tuning in right now. Musa is on his way. You get me? He's just sorting a few things out. You know how this world goes. You get me? So, you know what it is, yeah? I was watching a bit of your podcast, by the way. Big up to your podcast, innit? You get me? If you haven't checked it already, the Managerial United podcast, you get me? And you were like, yo, are the fans turning, bro? You know what I mean? Like, you know what it is here for me? Yeah? I think the fans have now started to realize, will they win a trophy under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? And how many times, bro, have we had this conversation? It's not about just getting a brother out. It's about having a kind of eye to winning a trophy.
Yes.
You know what I'm trying to say to you? That should be every single fan's, kind of aim and ambition to win a trophy. Yeah. Can you see this guy under this prospect here, under the group of players he has here? I get it, you need to add on, but can he do with what he's got?
Can he win a trophy? All right, what I will say is can we win the FA Cup? Yes, because of the individual players we have. We're 3 wins away from winning the FA Cup. So can we? Yes. So I think that's our best chance of winning a trophy because it's just one-off games. The Europa League I'm less sure of because I don't trust this manager to get it right over 2 legs when we come up against a half-decent side. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you can rely on individual brilliance. I already said you can't individual brilliance your way to a league title or Champions League. Europa League, maybe, because the competition's not as good. But even then, we could come up against someone. If we come up against a manager who's tactically savvy, Ollie's going to be in trouble. Definitely.
Lewis free here just saying, tell Malcolm Glaze to play Rashford Baltic.
Rashford Bale.
Adrian Christian, penetrated. Oh my days, man! This guy,
this AC Hive, I respect it so much. Big up Lewis every time, man.
Man, 100%, man. Make sure you keep liking the video, people as well. You know what it is, for me, when you assess it, man, that's why for me I kind of got pissed off at the Real Sociedad game, and a lot of people said to me, Bell, and you know what it is, this is what I always say, man. With Man United fans, they never see the kind of they always short-term vision. They never see the kind of long run of that kind of game. Because I thought in that kind of game, you have to galvanize the second string to put in a decent performance. Because when you have these kind of games where it's like you need an individual moment, or you kind of it's very, very tight, and you need someone to make the difference. These are the kind of games you have, so that when other fringe players come in, they can come into the second string or they can come into the first team and they can be as fluid as they were in the second string.
Yes,
and that's
that adds into it. Yeah, that's the problem.
And for me, when I look at people, they say, "Well, it was 4-0 up, but it wasn't, man." That's not the bigger picture, people. You have to have a style of play that can be adapted to all levels, man.
Yes,
all levels, mate. Shola Shortile, after a few training grounds, should be understanding the principles of what Ollie's trying to do.
Even ahead of that with Shortire, because he's come from the youth system. If you look at Manchester City and Liverpool, and I hate using those two as examples, whether it's the senior team, whether it's Lewis is such a joker, whether it's the under 23s, the reserves, etc., they all play the same way. Jan City told me this. Manchester City's women's team play like Pep's senior team. They play like the men's. That style is ingrained. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if you're in the under 23s and you're playing that style, when you jump up to the senior, it's an easy jump because you're used to this. If you're a right back playing at under 23s, and you're playing the exact same style as the senior players, when you become a right back for the senior side, even if you're 17, 18 and you're limited in ability, your job role is the same. With us, you never know what you're going to get. And this is why we're so critical about a style of play, is because having a system and a style of play gets the most out of your players. You know what I'm saying? How many times do we see Manchester City score at the back post, Sterling? That's not by accident, because that's drilled and worked on in training.
And it can be an own goal as well. It's still
and
there.
It can be an own goal, and we've seen the own goal. And it's not always Sterling. Sometimes it's Gabriel Jesus. Sometimes it's Gundogan. Sometimes it's Aguero. And it's not always De Bruyne playing the ball across. Sometimes it's De Bruyne. Sometimes it's Mahrez. Sometimes it's Gundogan. You know what I'm saying? It's different. Sometimes it might be Sterling himself playing it across. You see the same type of thing. So, yeah, he says, no, I can't see Oli winning anything with these players, and I also can't see any other manager winning anything with these players. I disagree with that.
I disagree, man. I disagree, man.
But that, again, that's because people like Oli and want to defend him. We've seen two managers who have worse squads than this win things. Mourinho won 2 trophies. Van Gaal won a trophy. Counter argument. What was that? McKenna was the youth coach, so surely we play the same at all levels. I don't think so, because we don't play the same. Here's the thing. You know how you know we don't play the same at all levels? Because our style of play will change depending on what 11 is playing. Doesn't matter what 11 play for Manchester City, they play the same. Doesn't matter what level play for Manchester, what players play for Manchester, play for Liverpool in their 11, it stays the same. The level might drop in terms of ability, but it stays the same. Yo, Jerry, I'm with you. We do want the league, and I'm with you. I want it, but not with this manager. But we have a team that's capable of challenging. I believe. I think we can challenge.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we can challenge. Look at the games we drop points.
You can find a way in them games. Like for me, when Flora said last week ago, that 11 points was them kind of games we've been losing and drawing. You know what I'm trying to say to you?
We're 11. Sorry to cut you off. We're 11 points behind. If you look, we drew to West Brom. That's 2 points, and we lost to Sheffield United. So if we get 5 points from them games, we're 6 points off City. Not everyone's in wild. We're 2 wins off them. I'm not saying we should be catching City and we should be above them in this, because they're going on an incredible run. What I'm saying is that we should be closer to them. We need to put up a fight. We should be in a race. We were top of the league not too long ago.
Well, that was short-lived, man. You know what I mean? I think Man United is a false reality, man, bro. I'm not going to lie to you, man.
We do not want division.
And I want to be blunt, I'll be blunt, man, because for me, cut this nonsense about, you get me, like, but second and all that. Listen, man, you get, we're just the best of a bad bunch here. And for me, if you're as many points as you are from City than you are to Arsenal,
there we go.
Come on, man. That second place shouldn't be celebrated.
No,
let's be real, man. The way Arsenal have had the season they've had, that second spot should be celebrated. You get me? And Spurs, I'm not saying Spurs will come back from this year, but if they gather momentum and we lose again on the weekend, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying they're back in the title race, but it kind of like, for me, you're opening the argument to play teams that never had a chance before. Never had a chance before.
We should have put more daylight between us and the top 4 race. Yes, you are spot on. We should have put more. We dropped too many
even just
points.
a top 4 race, mate. Top 4 race here. If you're gonna do something, just bang that off and try and say, you know what? I don't need you, man. I don't need to worry about them, man. They're over there. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to say that word, you get me, but I don't need to worry about them, man, over there. But it's true, don't it? Like, now all of a sudden we're worrying over head, thinking, Chelsea, Liverpool.
The reason why I'm not worried is,
that game against West Ham, bro. That game against West Ham, yeah,
it's going to be a tough game still.
It's going to be a tough game. Where's the next point coming from? Can someone tell me where the next point's coming from? I'll be real with you, man.
You're always real, but this is real talk. Go through the fixtures, go on, and then we'll run this. Go through the fixtures.
Listen, brother.
Go through the fixtures.
Let me see the fixtures here, man.
Go through the fixtures.
Man City, Man United, mate. Tough game. Yan City, you get me. She'll be on the Friday preview and that, you get me.
You doing a preview with Yan City? Big up Yan City.
Friday preview, you get me. She'll be on with me and Adam and Statman Bays, yeah.
What time you on Friday?
9 o'clock. When she do it?
No. I'm asking you, what time's your preview?
9 o'clock.
Oh, 9 o'clock. Okay, cool. All right, cool.
Man City, you expect anything out of that?
Draw.
Okay.
I think we'll get a draw.
Man United versus Milan.
I don't know how Milan's. How are they performing? Are they performing well? Are they doing?
Let me know in the comments, people. Let me know in the comments, people.
I heard that Zlatan's injured though. I heard Zlatan's injured.
Zlatan's injured, but you don't know his brother, man. This guy is a you know what I mean? He's a madman. You get me? He'll just come out of nowhere, yeah.
That's true.
And just he just caught crazy havoc.
I agree with Deco 90 though. That's what always happens. Ollie will get a result from somewhere. We'll get a shock result or shock performance.
You know what, man? I think this is it for him. You know.
Oh, you reckon this is it?
I think this is it, man. I think for me now, I think he's lost the kind of you know what I mean, the morale of the team. You know, there's one thing that he had Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was it was good to play under him. I think now they're bored of him, mate. I genuinely think right now they're bored of playing under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Wow, I get your point.
You get me? Like that's how I believe right now. That's what I believe right now. AC Milan are top of the Serie A apparently. I thought Inter were, but I think AC Milan are now top of the league. Get me? Serie A.
Yeah, check that out and go through the rest of the fixtures as well, like our next 5 or so.
Yeah, they're 3 points behind. They're 3 points behind the league leaders. So they're no means by necessary kind of any joke.
I think we'll get
you know what I mean? Like what Mama says there, big one says there no means any joke in it.
I think we'll get through.
Listen, I can't bank on it, mate. Especially with us being the home leg first, yeah. You know what I mean? With us being the home leg first, I think that doesn't suit us. I think what suits us being away first leg, then kind of building a kind of a platform to come back and then kind of ease it out.
We are better away from home.
Well, okay.
We are better away from home.
Let's suppose that we get a result there.
Yeah.
Man United versus West Ham, Sunday, 7:15. Can you categorically say to me that is an easy 3 points? Let's be real, man.
No, can't. No.
I can't. I'm looking at that game. I'm thinking a draw. Because they're a good team.
Yes.
The game against City, they were tough to break down, mate.
Yeah, they played well.
They were resolute, man. Yeah. Resolute, boy. Resolute, man. So you going on there. So what's that?
That's 2. West Go Ham. On. Who's after West Ham next Premier League game?
West Ham is Milan again. Milan away from home.
I do think we'll get through the tie. I think we'll beat Milan at home.
Wow.
And then get a result away.
Man. See, that's what Ollie's creating, man. He's creating a fixture list that, this is what happened under Mourinho. I'll be serious right now. This is what happened to Mourinho when I kept looking at fixture list. Right, can we win that game? That game's a tough game.
Because we got no hope.
We're getting that place.
We got no hope. We've got no hope. That's why. We have no faith. We have no belief. Go on.
Then before the international break, it's Leicester away in the FA Cup.
That's a toughie as well.
And that's kind of for me, if they put all the eggs in the one basket.
I think we'll beat Leicester. Yeah.
I don't know, man. And then it's like Brighton, Tottenham, Burnley, Leeds, Liverpool, Aston Villa, Leicester, Fulham, Wolves. I don't know, man. Especially when you got Europa League in there. Every game you're playing 2 games a week, yeah. And this manager, for me, I don't know how he kind of juggles it all together.
Yeah, I don't know, man. To use in the comments, big up Norwegian Mr. Bean. He said, "Flawless just gave the most reluctant we will beat Milan I've ever seen." I'm clutching at straws, isn't it? For those who were like, I don't sound convinced. I'm just Dalsim it. You know what I'm saying? And for those that know Dalsim from Street Fighter, the character guy with the long arms. That's what I'm doing. I'm just reaching here. I am reaching.
But you're not going to become reaching FC, though, man.
We are reaching. We are Dalsim FC, fam. We are Dalsim FC.
What it is, yeah? That's us. Don't get me wrong, yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to dig, Daniel James, and try to say he's, you know what I mean, like he's a reason why we're here, but isn't it kind of a crazy kind of time we're at Man United where, Dan James coming off the bench is what Man United have got, right now. I know injuries are whatnot, I mean, don't get me wrong, injuries are injuries, but you know what I mean, like it's damning, bro. It really, really is damning that Man United have to look to cut these sort of players to kind of for inspiration. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is what it is. Yo, but just before we go on to that, the whole Dan James thing and that, go through the rest of the big up Musa. Go through the rest of the fixtures.
Yeah, and that's it, innit? That was the rest of them.
No. After the 2 or 3 because we've not picked a win. Let's see where we think our next win's coming from. Because we've not said that. We said,
man, you know what I mean? He's laughing back in the building.
We said
Musa, you get me?
Big up Musa every time. We said a draw against City. Well, I said a draw. We said a draw against West Ham. You said loss. I said draw.
I said no, but
No,
my heart
okay.
says we're gonna get a battering. You know what I mean?
All right.
I'm saying
So
no, yeah.
Okay.
Draw.
For the positivity of the channel, people, draw. So we're saying draw at City. All right, what's next? West Ham, we said draw. Who's the next Premier League game after that? Where's the next win coming from? Go on.
The 3rd of April, Brighton at home. They're a dead team, but they play good football.
No. That's a win. But go on, keep going. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So we got Brighton, we got one.
Then Tottenham away.
Draw.
Yeah, draw. Then Burnley at home. You'd probably say win, wouldn't you?
Nah, Burnley do well against us at home still.
I know, man. No, he's telling me that every week, man. Early he goes. Early, man, it's a derby, you know, it's a Northwest derby. You know what? Yeah. Let me get Musa in the cut, man. Musa, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? What do you make of this, bro? Like, you know, we were just talking about, we're giving everyone a metaphor, man. It's like, you know, when you're at a beach and that, and you're on the harbour, and the man them have not pulled up yet, and you're seeing the views and that, and you're looking at it, you're thinking, "Rah, man, where were you, man? Here, we were looking at the views all day long, and we realised that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wasn't good enough for so long, and now reality, it looks like people are starting to see the reality of what's happening right now, man."
100%. And I remember the last thing, on Monday when we was on here, I told you guys that this is not top 4. I told you it's not top 4 form. It's not top 4 form. And like, as much as that everyone was thinking, because I think like we've been so caught up on Ollie not closing the gap with City that we forgot that we're in a top 4 race. You know what I'm trying to say? And like, I've said it already. I said it to the man then. This form, if it continues in the next 5, listen, next game, we can be like what? Chelsea can be a point behind us, and City and Leicester 2 points ahead.
Yeah, reality. Yeah, I'm talking about around the corner. Tottenham all of a sudden. Let me see the Premier League table, man.
And that's just after one game.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just looking here because man said, "Flawless, stop trying to convince yourself it's okay to not be okay." I've got you, man. This is all I've got left in it. Because like I say this all the time, the reason why I predict us to win matches and things of that nature again is because of the individuals we have. I know at any given moment we have players who can, and I'm a Manchester United fan first and foremost. But at least I'm honest with you lot because I like you that much with my biases. But yeah, go on.
I think we're holding a 3-1 at City. I think we're holding a 3-1.
Ooh.
Yeah? You know why we're going to hold that 3-1? Because did you see City's last game? They scored like 2, I think it was like 80th minute, it was 2-1. I looked again, it was 4-1.
Yeah.
You know why? Because you know why? United are going to do that same thing. We're going to think we're in the game because it's 2-1 and we can score to equalize, and they're going to counter and break us down in the last couple of minutes because you know what City do? They make you tired. So all this flipping Lindelof and Maguire, their goals are going to come in the last 10 minutes. I don't think they're going to come and slap us up, but I think it's going to be similar. 2-1 going into the last 10 minutes, and then they're just going to pepper another 2. And we're going to walk away 3-1 or 4-1 down thinking, how did that happen? But we know how that happened because Ollie sets up not to lose. He doesn't set up to win. His thing is just, let's not lose. And when you're playing teams like City, Barca, all of that, you can't just set up not to lose. Because their system of football is to chip away. Like Saeed said the other day, Raheem misses chances. Like they miss chances, but they chip away consistently, sustain pressure. We can't
Musa, we had it for we had it for about 5 minutes yesterday. 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Sustain pressure.
5. Man United could not deal. Our defense, Matic, McTominay, Fred, whoever is there, they cannot deal with this sustained pressure we're going to be dealing with. And this is, you know what? I want Martial to be benched for like the next 5 games to show you, man, he's not the problem. There's no goals coming.
You know what I tweeted out yesterday?
There's no goals coming.
Musa, you know I tweeted out yesterday? I said Pogba is a virus and Martial is a problem. Hashtag Ollie out. That's what I said in a sarcastic, kind of tone.
Yeah. Of course.
Pogba now all of a sudden, Musa, the guy that, you know what I mean?
The virus, get him out of the club. He doesn't want to be here, blah, 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 and all this bullshit. Yeah. Scary.
And I hear certain other channels and other people talking about, we can sell Pogba in the summer, we can do that. I'm thinking, where is this? There is no selling Pogba.
Nope.
There is no selling. What are you talking about? Who are we gonna get? We're already talking about we're in problems. Like, who are we gonna get? Then we sit there talking about Man United need a defensive midfielder who is similar to like a Carrick, who's similar because Carrick wasn't your bustling defensive midfielder. He didn't no crunching tackles and all of that. I saw someone who plays for Man United play a whole season like Carrick for Ajax. I saw him do it.
Yeah.
I saw Van der Beek do the Carrick role for Ajax for a whole season.
Yeah,
the man got the. You know what he done? He played a 6. He got the ball off the defense and he started the play for a whole season. You know what he done? He changed his game because you know what? He's a baller and he's tenacious. We're not talking. Everyone doesn't have to be like Partey.
Look at that Musa comment there.
That's mad.
You know, it's mad comment, bro.
Cam said that yesterday. I was like, that is crazy.
Van Dijk has had more minutes. This is what we're talking about. This is where we're at. So Oli, his favourites, and how we're and the route that we're going down. I watched that game at Crystal Palace yesterday, thinking to myself, this is my man. This is all he's got to offer us, you know. This is where we are now with Oli. This is 3 years in. This is not any process. Let's try a thing. Oli's just come. This is Oli 3 years in. Oli has showed us what he's about. He's done. It's 3 years in. Oli is done. You know what Oli is like? You know what Oli is like? I love my boy, Deontay Wilder, but he's done.
Yes,
but he's done.
He's done.
He's done.
Flawless. He's done
all the
it,
excuses.
Man.
He's done.
All the excuses that Deontay like, bro, Tyson offered you the rematch. You started saying you're tired. The suit was too heavy. We're hearing from Oli that the suit was too heavy for the ring walk. That's what we're hearing from Oli.
No, yo, I mean, Musa coming in with a magic potion again.
Yeah, that's the way
real that.
That is a fire analogy. That is, I'm gonna use that. That is a fire analogy. Ooh.
Yeah, all the time. That's the same. That's the type of excuses we hear from him, and we're thinking, what are you talking about, bro? You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Nah,
you know what?
Yeah.
Musa, I mean, I say flawless, man. How long, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Man United, come end of the season, you know what I'm saying to you? What would the reaction be, man? Because for me, I don't see no trophies in it. So can Man United get themselves out of this, you know? Can Ole Gunnar Solskjaer get himself out of this, bro? Because I can't see it happening, you know? I really
when you say
can't,
get
man.
himself out of it, what do you mean?
You know what I mean? Like, just like galvanize his players to know that there's still a season there, really. There's still something there to fight for.
There still is, because players will know we have a Europa League and a FA Cup to fight for. And regardless of who the manager is, these players have quality. The reason why we're even in second is literally because of the players we have. That's the only reason we're in second. The fact that this manager is as bad as he is, and we still manage somehow to be second and be top. Like, when's the last time we was outside of the top 2? With all the issues we have with this manager, we still remain. So yes, we can still... The players will be galvanized. I wouldn't use is the wrong word. I wouldn't use that. But what I will say is they'll still play. There's still something to play for them. There's still 2 trophies at stake. When it comes to the FA Cup, they're 3 games away from winning it. You know what I'm saying?
It's madness, man. Because to be honest, guys, like when I'm looking at Man United, like to be honest, as much as I've been bantering all the Arsenal fans down here in London, like hand on heart, our form, I don't see us finishing in the top 4. Like I'm asking myself, where is it going to change? Where is it going to turn? Like, where's the turning point? Because Ollie's not putting together any sustained runs. It's just not drawing. Not losing. So it's drawing, winning. Because for me, drawing 2 games and losing 4 points and then winning 1, where does that take us? Where does that take us in the points table? Because there's teams out there like City, they haven't drawn any games this season. They've only lost or won. Sometimes it's better to lose a game, and then win your next 2 and pick up 6 points, than just draw 3 on a row.
Yeah, of course, because you get more points. Yeah, because you get more points.
But what Oli does, he comes out and he gives us this Deontay Wilder stuff, and we forget. I haven't lost. You know, we haven't lost the weight. It's a great record, and you know, I'm happy with the lads today. We didn't lose. We fought in, but brother, you've picked up 1 point again. What are you talking about?
Smiling, bro.
You know
He
what
was
I'm saying?
smiling at the end, man. Musa, he was smiling. You got a manager who's smiling at the minute, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, for me, yeah, when you look at him, Musa, man, he's happy to be there, innit? So, are we expecting a lot from this guy when, in reality, you know what I mean, he's going to turn the fan expectations, yeah, into believing that unbeaten run was the best thing ever since Sally Ferguson left the football club. He's made us believe that.
You know what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is gonna put us in a top 4 race, yeah, and somehow, maybe by the skin of his teeth, he's gonna qualify in a top 4, and he's gonna try to turn it into some achievement. After we were sitting high on the league, then second, he's gonna make qualifying into the top 4 as an achievement, because he's gonna come out here and tell us, well, Leicester are a great team, you know, Chelsea are good, you know, all of these teams. So for Man United to be here, he's going to come out and say no one had us in contention to even be here. So actually, we've really done. Are you serious, bro? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, is he serious? Like, he wants us to believe with the squad that we have one of the highest wage bill in football. Full stop. We're paying serious money for serious things. I don't want to hear, I'm just happy to be here, or we should just, no, brother, Oli. And this is the thing, as a Man United fan himself, when he came to the club, he was talking about he couldn't recognize Man United. We weren't playing the Man United way. Well, hello, Holly. We can't recognize it either. It's gone now. We're looking at you how we look to other people. You've come in here, you've got the job, and you're under-delivering. You are under-delivering with some of the most best-paid players in world football. You are under-delivering. And you're making people go on like it's Martial's problem. And then we're putting Cavani there. This is what I told, man. Cavani, the star, the main man, is on the same goals as Martial. Why can't people see it?
You know what that is, though? No. Here's the thing, Musa. You know why people see it, but you know why they look apart from that? Because they don't want to blame the man. And this ain't everyone who's Oli in, but a lot of people who are Oli in look for scapegoats. The reason why a lot of people turned yesterday, and I seen, like I said, the weakest defense, and I've not seen people weren't defending him as strongly as they have been in the past, because there was no scapegoats. There was no Pogba, there was no Martial. So it's like, all right, who do we look to? Maybe it is not Pogba and Martial. That's what that is. I've said this before. We've seen Cavani yesterday play as a 9, no service. Greenwood plays as a 9 against Chelsea, no service. You gonna tell me Greenwood, Martial, and Cavani are all bad strikers? To me, they're all top quality strikers. But
and then he's making excuses last night about Diallo. I don't know if you heard the quote about who would I take off. He said, "Who would I take off?" Is this what we've become now? Like, Alex Ferguson used to bring on.
How about you take off one of the holding midfielders, because we're chasing a game?
The man is lost it. He's making 2 subs a game on average. He's talking about who can we take off. It lets you know that he's not serious. What is he talking about? Who can we take off? You're paid to make decisions, bro. Yep. You're paid to make decisions. Why are you asking us who to take off? Usman might have took off the goalkeeper. How about that? Usman might have took off the goalkeeper and put a defender in goal who can also do bits and then go for it. How about we're fans? Are you asking us about who to take off? We're doing stuff. We're not on this. Like, this is why, for me, Oli has lost the plot. For a manager to be saying, and I heard Matic came out and said that Man United need to take more risks. This is Matic, the man who's not even a risk man.
Hold on. Matic said what? When was that? I missed that. What did Matic say? Matic said we need to take more risks. Man
United, we should be taking more risks. So that tells you that, and this is the man.
That's the hold. Sorry to cut you off, Musa. That is the holding midfielder.
That's the holding midfielder.
The holding midfielder. Who's telling us? No, we need to, because he can see everything in front of him, and he could probably see it and be like,
"There's too many indirects at the minute, you know," and that's why for me the tide is turning, man.
Matic is probably thinking, right, I'm a 6, I'm a holding midfielder, and we're chasing the game. Why am I on the pitch still, or why am I next to Fred? Why is he not making attacking changes?
Where's the risk takes? We take the risk? You know, taking risks is bringing on Diallo, bringing on Van der Beek, bringing on attackers for these type of players. That's the risk.
Yes.
Because you know you might get peppered, but you're going to go for it. The difference with Oli is never in a position where he thinks we need to win this game. We're playing against Arsenal. We got to beat them. We got to beat City. We got to beat Chelsea. Oli's on this. They're a great team. We're lucky to get a point here. It's very difficult to get a point here. Blah. Shut up, bro. You're talking nonsense. Because when he was playing for, you know what I'm saying? When he was playing for Alex Ferguson, where was this? We're lucky to be here. Alex Ferguson wasn't saying, he weren't playing for an Alex Ferguson team and talking about this is a difficult team, we're lucky to take points. You go there to win. Fall on your sword, Ollie. Go on. And this is what Ollie's a hypocrite, because when he didn't have the job and he was interim, he just told the boys, sustain pressure.
Attack.
And we saw the football. He told them, sustain pressure. The minute it's time to protect his job and his position,
that's what I was going to ask you next, guys. I was going to ask you that next. I'll start with you, Flawless, man. You know what I mean? Now, to the end of the season, are we going to see a manager who's on survival mode now? That's just going to say, you know what? I'm not bothered about results anymore. Just make sure I don't lose, and I'm happy with that. Then I can probably get another job after this. If, you know what I mean? Let's be real.
I think he's on.
He's trying to build his CV up now. He's you know what I mean? He's basically trying to build up his CV now.
I think that he's just, I don't think he's in survival mode in that sense. This is what he's been doing. He said himself in an interview. The interviewer asked Ollie, what's your style of play? He said, counter-attacking, pace, getting it wide, and individual brilliance. So he's just going to hope that a Rashford, a Bruno, a Pogba when he gets back, a Martial, a Greenwood, a Cavani, a Donny, he's hoping one from that 7 or however many, a combination of however many from that 7, produce something in these games. That's what's got us to second. You know what I'm saying? And I was just saying it before you left. That's what got us to second. This is why I can't remember the last time we dropped outside of the top 2. Simply because of the individual players we have. That's what he's banking on. I'm going to just keep playing these man, and Bruno's going to get a penalty, or Bruno's going to score a free kick, or Rashford's going to do something, or Greenwood or Pogba's going to score a worldie. This is what he's banking on. So I can't say it's survival mode. This is his mode. He's not like he's changed.
That's his mode.
You know what I'm saying? He's very pragmatic and that he's very defensive. Like Roy Keane said, it's like clean sheets is all well and good. How about you go and try and win the game? There's never any intent from this man. We're chasing a game and you got 2 holding midfielders on the pitch. We're chasing a game and you'll take off a left back for a left back, or a right winger for a right winger. How about you take off a holding midfielder and put on a striker?
Look at that quote there, Abdul Hakim. You know what I mean? He says here, he's been a survivor mode since the Spurs game, bro. I'm telling you right now, man. That game, bro, he's traumatized, man. We've got a manager who's traumatized.
What a quote. What a quote. What a quote.
And you can't
traumatized manager. He's been traumatized, man. I'm telling you right now. He's got flashbacks and that. You know when he's sleeping in that, bro, I don't know, man. He's probably got them. You know, there's a meme, where there's the guy, I don't know. He gets played a lot of time on Twitter, and there's a guy who's on his bed, and he wakes up. And then everyone puts a football meme to it and says, "Yo, Man United are gonna PSG are gonna win 4-0." That's only right there on the bed, bro. Every week, morning thinking, Maguire, Lindelof, I need to protect him.
Ollie's panicking because I remember when we started the season, he was playing a bit more creative in the middle of the park. He wasn't too scared. Ever since that peppering is when he became McTominay and Fred. Ever since that peppering, he was not built for it. He was not built for it.
And even before that, it's kind of like you can't just be scared for the rest. Like, utilize the tools you have. We don't have a strong defense. Therefore, use the attackers we have. Our attack is better than our defense, even though you spent the most money on the defense. But that's a whole nother conversation. Because how it's the worst part of our team was where you spent the most money. I'm looking at where that money's being spent. He signed 3 out of the back 4. Yes, Shaw's form has been better, but he signed a left back, he signed a right back, and a centre back. So how come
he's a quiet Jose? Now he's a poor man's Jose. He's a poor man's Jose.
Trust me, he's a vibe. Someone said he's a vibes Jose. He's a vibes Jose. You feel me?
Even now he's a vibe.
And even now the vibes are starting to fall off now. You know what I mean? Like, set man are telling each other to F off on that, man. You get me? Like, I don't know if you see that, Musa. Maguire getting told to F off on that. You know, did you see the video?
Yeah. Nah.
You not seen it with Rashford?
Right. Okay. I'll show you right now, man. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. You know what I mean? Like, stuff are happening right now, and it's like, you know, nobody's knowing about this. So basically,
what happened there?
He basically Maguire told him to stay on side, and Rashford responded and was basically like, "Shut the F up, you knobhead."
I can imagine, because Rashford from the ends anyway. He's thinking, "Dickhead, are you silly?"
Basically, when the show Rashford came out, you know what they call it? You know, Manchester, you know what I mean? Like, when that kind of, especially the F word is said in that kind of manner, that's when you know someone is like pissed off in it. You know what I mean? And he was like,
He knows because you know what this one is. You know what this one is like, you know, your work colleague, and you're like, don't think you're bad because we're at work. When I come out of work, I'll bang you in your face. You know what I'm saying? You know your work colleague where he tries to flex on you in work because he knows there's procedures and policies in work. There's no procedures and policies outside of it.
You know, Musa, what's happening with the supervisor now? You know what I mean? Give me some analogy, man. What's going on with the supervisor, Ollie? What's going on?
The supervisor, he's up for appraisal. He's up for appraisal. And the people giving him the appraisal is the fans. And he's not passing his role at. No. He's not passing his position.
You know what I call it, yeah? You know how I call it? You know the supervisor. You know what I mean? You know when they sort out the shift breaks and that? Man's not even sorting out the shift breaks. You know the shift breaks when
you're not even giving people shift breaks.
Brother, it's kind of weird, these analogies here, but you'll realize it, bro. Like, you know, if a shift supervisor can't sort out the breaks, yeah, that's when you know something's gone wrong in it. My man can't sort out the breaks and that, you know, the shift breaks.
Yo, fam, man can't even schedule who's coming in where, when, you get what I'm saying, and that. Sometimes you got too many people on shifts. Sometimes there's not enough people on shifts. It's a mess from top. It's organized chaos.
You know what he's doing? He's you know when the manager he overbooks, so certain people have to go home. Certain people are turning up and getting sent home. He's overbooked. There's too many people in.
Man.
Right.
Yeah, he's overbooked everything.
Or Van der Beek then, you know what I mean? What's that?
Yeah, Van der Beek's been overbooked. Van der Beek comes in and he's told he's got a shift at 9, and they're like, sorry, we booked someone else in.
Yeah,
you have to go back home.
Donny on furlough at this point in that. You know what I'm saying?
He's on furlough.
He's on furlough.
Donny was from the agency. You know when you get them agency stuff and that, and they come in.
Agency.
Man's agency, bro. You get me? Pay as you work.
It's peak, and that's what I'm saying. This is the level that Ollie is taking the club, and and this is. Do you know what the worst thing is? And I think you said it, Saeed. Is that I allowed myself to believe. I blame myself. I don't know how I allowed myself to believe with this man in charge.
Told you, man.
It's that song. That song was the curse of Ollie's reign. That Ollie's at the wheel was too premature.
I'm the old downfall. I was in that, man. I was in that, but I came out quickly.
There's a difference, though. Interim manager Ollie is different from manager Ollie. You get what I'm saying? If interim manager Ollie comes back, I'm in. But you get what I'm saying? This guy, man.
The interim manager was telling the classroom and go in the back of a book and write all the answers down and just say no.
Man, handle
business. We're gonna do what the other teacher did. Just write out the answers. But he wasn't learning us. And now we're in a reality where all that years of learning, 2 years, the exams come round, and brother, we don't know the knowledge, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the facts. And you know what it is? Ollie's definitely a supervisor who has been given a proper position, so he can no longer be your pal and your friend. And now he doesn't know how to do. He doesn't have to find the balance between actually and listen. And I think one of the most important points in all of this is what Noradine always says: is that the man doesn't coach. He doesn't do any coaching.
Yep.
Because he froze. I think Musa has froze.
Yeah, bro.
I think he's froze. But you know what? You know how you know he's bad? When you get Musa talking the way he's talking. That's when you know he's bad. Like, because Musa is... Yeah. You froze.
You there, bro?
I froze, yeah?
Yeah,
come in and out.
Yeah, now it's done for me. See me, I had some hope with Ollie, and I wasn't too on him, but now, it's done. It's 3 years.
That's what I was saying. Yeah. Because you were never, even though you didn't like what he was doing, you were never like, it's vocal and it's animated about it. But when you hear Musa saying like, yo, shut up, brother, and all that type of stuff, you know it's a rap and that. It happened with Aaron as well. You get what I'm saying? Like when I heard Aaron saying certain things, Saeed yesterday on the match reaction, I've never heard you swear that much. I'm like,
trust me, man.
People have had enough type of thing. I've had it up to here with him anyway. Like I said, I want this manager sacked yesterday, but it's turning, man. I'm telling you. Like I said,
coming up as well, man. Flawless, man. I know Yan City is gonna be on your neck and that for the Mandem United versus
Garden City.
Garden City, but brother, man. You know, I've got a leg to stand on. You know, like. I can't even back no argument. I can't go to the stick where I say, you got no fans, you haven't won the Champions League. I can't come with that argument, you know. I'll be real, man.
Yeah.
Just that being said, the reality of where United are.
We that bad. She don't really on my case about it. She kind of feels sorry for man still. Like she ain't even on my case about it like that. She understands that, you know what I'm saying? Man's in dire straits. And I don't know what I'm gonna say. We're previewing it and I've got nothing. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? We're going to go there and play for the draw. I think we'll get it, though. I think we'll get the draw. Definitely. Like
I
a
don't know,
0-0 or
man.
1-1. We'll get the
Yo,
draw.
Musa, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm trying to get some light in now.
Is it? Remove him and then
Yeah. Come in and out.
It's on a Mazda. But with the City game, it's kind of like I can see us getting a draw. I can see a 0-0.
Is that for you thinking? You know what I mean, in terms of you where the Ollie's kind of been, but when it's been on one leg standing, this guy just comes out of nowhere with a result, bro. You know what?
If he got a result, I can't
see that with this City team, the way they're playing.
Yeah, I can't see it. But it would be an Ollie fashion to get a result like this. Like I said, a result or performance is coming that we don't expect. It might be in the Europa League. It might be West Ham. That's what I'm saying. He always, as soon as it looks like the tide is turning, and this is the heaviest I've seen the Ollie out hype train catching steam, you know what I mean, and getting ahead of itself. I can see that. So
yeah, this is the quote, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? He changed his name now. Real Zlatan changed his name now.
Norwegian Mr. Bean. Even the Real Zlatan's had enough, man, innit? We've all had enough.
Real Zlatan's had enough, mate. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is, yeah? People say to me, yeah, like, oh, man, you know what I mean? You're a fake fan and that, and you know what I mean? You're just trying to Ollie out bag him right now. Why trying to... Listen, I've been seeing this for 2 years ago, bro.
Yeah,
2019.
I've been Ollie out. Yeah, I've been Ollie out since September 2019. From before I knew you, I was Ollie out.
Yeah. That West Ham game, mate, you'll see the match reaction as well, bro. I said to myself, I'm Ollie out, mate. I'm done with this manager. And I think for me, 2 years later, mate, I'm still singing it week in, week out. And I'm still, you know what I mean? Even though you get me them performances and whatnot, that Leipzig, I celebrate them because I'm a Man United fan. But in reality, mate, we're done out here, man. We are done out here, bro. You know what I'm saying to you? Also, man, we're just talking about City. How do you see yourself that, man? This is looking peak right now.
Yeah, when I look at the City game, like I said, I think the form that City's been on and the type of goals I see them man they're scoring, I'm looking at a 3-1 because I haven't seen anything that tells us that Man United, I haven't seen anything from Man United that says that we can go and beat City. I know we can draw with City, but I know that when people try to draw with City, they do it for the best part of 80 minutes, and then by then it's too much. And I've seen Maguire dragged. Maguire can't handle those runs that Sterling makes. You know what I mean? He's not gonna. Him and Lindelof and them, man, they're not gonna be able to handle it. And then what happens is, you know, you have people like Wan-Bissaka and Shaw that will do a job, but they're just gonna get exposed by the late runs from Gundogan and them type of man because these men are not doing their job. So I just see City scoring minimum of 2 goals, and I don't see Man United scoring at all. And if we do, I think it's going to be a 3-1. The only thing I have now looking forward to, for me, with Man United, is that I just think we're in the top 4 race. So I'm just trying to look at the games that I think we can actually win. But right now, I think.
But is this different though, Musa, man? I think for me, this looks like the end of the tether, man. You know what I mean? In terms of, you know, when Ollie was like, oh, people
so
like Flora says there.
Saeed saying, yo, we've kicked away the chair, man's hanging himself. That's what he's saying.
I think he's got, I think for me now, this is it now for me. Like, you know, you can tell, you know, when you look at the level of football we're playing.
You mentioned it before, and someone mentioned it to me in the comments. I think it was on Tuesday. You think the players are done with him?
I think the players are done with it. I think the players are like, yo, man, what's this guy here, man? I see Wan-Bissaka. Look at the body language of Wan-Bissaka, mate, with Koyate. I don't know if you guys have seen it yet, but
I've not seen it. What happened? I mean,
bro, Koyate's talking to him like as if, yo, brother, what happened there, man? And he's just trying to say, and this and that. And he's thinking, rah, man, you know what I mean? Like, something must be going wrong, innit? You know what I mean? Mason Greenwood is thinking, rah. You know, do you see Cavani's body language when he went off? I don't know if you see the guy just walking.
Yeah, he's had
He's thinking, what's going on here, man?
You reckon he's fed up like all of us? Fed up.
He's fed up, man, because he knows Man United are a big club, innit? But they're not acting like a big club, innit?
I hear you.
No, they're dead. I think Man United are too. What is mad is that we are too focused on signings, great players and good players, and we're not focused on the flipping guy who's coaching them, like the manager.
Yeah, and also on top of that, Musa, we're talking about bringing in new players. How about working with the players we have also? Because we have talent.
100%.
The talent 100%. Here is the only reason why you're still in the job.
100%. And this is what we said the other day. We were saying that we're talking about can Ollie bring in the next generation when he can't sort out Van der Beek, who was one of the most sought after players.
There we go.
So what's going on?
Who knows?
Where are we with him?
Big up to everyone who's locked. You know what I'm saying? I'm heading over. I'm on Rance's channel, but yeah, big up to everyone who's locked. Make sure you hit the subscribe button on the channel. Saeed, big love for having me. Also,
big up, man. I'm gonna join in soon.
I need to shout both of you about a show. Actually, Musa, I'm gonna hit you up in it. I'm gonna shout both of you about a show. Yeah,
you know me, man.
Yeah. Ready.
All right, big up. Yeah, love every time. You already know.
Come on, man. But yeah, man, I'll be there in about 5-10 minutes, people. 5 minutes, I'll be there. But yeah, man.
For me, while we're closing up here, I just feel like, yeah, man. I don't know, man. I just feel like I can't see where we're gonna get our next win from. I just see a load of draws. As much as sometimes I don't think we're gonna lose a game, I just can't see us winning a game that within the couple games, because Crystal Palace was meant to be one of these wins.
Trust me, man.
But the vibes of drawing has now sunk into Palace games, because you know what people don't get? You can't set people up not to lose games and to draw games and then think they're just going to switch it on against the lowest league teams. The tactics that Ollie has put in for the big games have now creeped into the smaller teams.
You know what?
Because
the tactics that Ollie's deploying right now, can it, for you, honestly, beat any team right now? I think the tactics that Real Sociedad gave us with a 4-0, I think it kind of like made us, realize that they played a high line, massive high line, and we caught them, bro. We caught them. It was sucker punching it. We just, when you get that low blow, bro, and the box is not ready, we dealt with them in that kind of way.
Ollie's flopped. Ollie set himself up. So this system that Ollie's created, where it's don't lose to the big teams and try to nick a goal, has crept into a position where he hasn't lost to the big teams, but nor has he beat them. But what's happened is the other teams around him have caught up. So now they can't even afford to lose to the small teams. So if you can't afford to lose to Palace and the smaller teams, what are you going to do? You're going to adopt that same system of not losing. So now those same tactics are now being implemented against teams like Palace, because Ollie's thinking, if we lose to Palace, we might not be in the top 4. So now he's holding on to the top 4 by not losing. But not losing, you actually lose, though, because you lose 2 points.
Yeah.
Ollie's not getting that. You've lost 2 points. Ollie's thinking, I haven't lost that. No, bro, you've lost 2 points. And the teams around you are gaining points. And this is why we might be here on Monday talking about we're 4th only by 1 point.
And exactly, Chelsea, Liverpool, if they could get 6 points gained on us the next 2 games, that's massive,
Listen to me. Listen to me, Saeed. If Liverpool and Chelsea can pick up 6 points from 9, they will dramatically catch the gap.
We got West Ham, We got West Ham. I don't think that's an easy 3 points as well there. When we play them between AC Milan.
Because we might only have picked up 2 points from 9. So we drew yesterday. If we lose to City and then we draw again, we would have picked up 2 points from 9 again. And this is why I say this is not top 4 form.
Yeah, man, it's not even top 4 form, man. I think for me, I don't know, man. I just feel like for me, this is done now. I think City will be massive game, mate, because it will just deject the whole season, man. The whole season, you know what I'm saying?
If Ollie doesn't get top 4, is he getting fired?
I hope so. You know what I mean? I hope so, because for me, then it will just show how the club has no ambition at all. Boogerman here says, my apologies, Said. You said all along, Ollie's a flop, and last performance got me shambolic. Even Boogerman was a guy who was like saying, Ollie's the man and that, and he was like, I'm not here just to kind of, make it, like kind of the agenda of Ollie, say, yo, listen, man, don't support him. You do you, but I let my kind of opinion say that, you know what? I've seen this, bro. I've seen it for 2 years, mate. I've not seen the progress. I haven't seen it.
Shambolic, man.
I haven't seen the progress for 2 years, bro. And for me, Man City game could be the curtains, man. It could be that moment where, the Mourinho moment in Liverpool game, when in Liverpool, I think beat us 3-1, Shaqiri. That could be that moment, That could be the moment here. I think they go 17 points clear if they win that. Is it 17, isn't it? 17 points clear in March. I don't think that was Mourinho in March. I don't think so.
I don't know what's going on, man. I think with Ollie, and the thing about Ollie, if Ollie draws against Man City, do you know how gassed he's gonna be?
I know.
The brother's gonna go on like he just won the flipping Champions League again. He's gonna be gassed because he's gonna come and tell us about Man City's record. Man City's on one of the longest unbeaten records in football history. In football history, we're going against a team that has one of the best, winning records, like winning games consecutively after the other. I think they've won 20 on a row.
Yeah.
Something like that. I think they're like fourth.
But we've got so many draws and all that, bro. I mean, I don't really show the reality.
I think like in world football, like the best winning percentages ever. I think they're like fourth in terms of the best team that's ever like gone on a straight winning streak. I think they've won like. So what makes Man United thinks that we're going to stop them from continuing that win?
Yeah.
With no Pogba in them, man. Where's Pogba? Is he still injured?
Pogba is still injured, man. You know what I mean? Still injured. A couple of weeks away. I think he'll come after maybe international break when probably the season could be over. Martial apparently had a little knock, and apparently Ollie said he wasn't feeling well. That for me is not that. You know what I mean? If a player who believed in the manager would make himself available, I would play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Play through the pain. You know what I mean?
He said it's long.
When he knows when it's long, and he thinks, right, man's not getting a game here still. You know what I mean? I can't be asked there. So, brother, it's one of them, bro. But we're moving it. Man City. Give me a quick scoreline before we wrap it up, bro.
I told you 3-1 City, man.
I'm gonna go for 0-0 again, man. I think for me, I'm not gonna get me. I'm not gonna go.
You know, when a man says 0-0 for his own team, that means he thinks they're gonna lose.
Yeah. But I said my head says 0-0, but guess what my heart says? 4-0 City. 4-0
I'm telling you, see.
4-0 City. Yeah, man. Like he said, I call it from day one, man. I call it from day one, but I think people now will see the reality in it. You tell me, but Musa, man, big up to you for coming on, bro. You get me, shout out to you,
bro.
CLC, you get me, shout out to the man, them.
We're here, man. Love you for having me, man. We're gonna link up again.
Inshallah, we'll link up, man. Big up to everybody who's tuned in. Real Talk Podcast every Thursday, 6 p.m. Make sure you subscribe to Sarcasm City. You get me, Flawless. You get me, and go check out his channel as well. And yeah, man, we'll be back tomorrow, people, 9 p.m. Yan City, Flawless. Sorry, not Flawless. Adam and Statman for the preview, the massive one on Friday. And then on Saturday, we're gonna have Big Steve. Steve Sules is gonna be on here. You get me, a shout out to him. He's gonna be on there previewing the match of Derby. So yeah, man, it's gonna be a big one, man. Derby weekend. You get me, Pride of Manchester, eh? Let's just get the pride. That's what we're gonna do. Man. Get the pride and keep maintain the pride. But yo, people, I'm out, man. I'm out.
All right, say nothing.